guys, Triple B here. Tonight we're going to be trying out a pretty crazy killer cat deck in Incineroar. So Incineroar from the recent set Silver Tempest has the attack Secret Attack. Pretty solid name, I gotta say. For just 1 fire energy, you get to choose the attack of one of this Pokemon's previous evolutions and use it as this attack. So you do have to make sure that you're manually evolving up from those Pokemon to make sure that those cards are underneath this one to be able to use those attacks. If you use Rare Candy to skip up to the Incineroar, you won't be able to use the Torracat's attack, which is a pretty solid one. We'll get to it in a second, but you don't want to be missing out on that. Also has a good attack in itself though, in Flare Shot, so it does 180 damage for 2 fire energy. You do discard all energy from this Pokemon, but it's a pretty good number to be able to hit. Can be taking out things like Crobats and Luminions, or if you're just half hitting Vstars or Vmaxes earlier, you can finish it off with this as a really good option. Charging it up with attaching for turn and a Raihan, or potentially just a Magma Basin and attaching for turn, swinging for 180, it's not a bad shout. For the previous evolutions though, since we can use them with Secret Attack, we've got Torracat, has Gritty Claws, does 40 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon's at full HP and it would be knocked out by damage from an attack, it's not knocked out and its remaining HP becomes 10. So it's kind of a funny interaction where your opponent will swing, you get knocked out, it moves the card over to the side, and then it just goes like, nah, and just heals them back up and comes back with 10. So even up against things like Duraladon Vmax, where it says it gets through effects on your opponent's Pokemon, it doesn't get through this effect because it does the damage, goes through any effects, so that would be potentially preventing it from attacking. This goes to the discard area, and then it just comes right back and is like, oh, I'm gonna kill you now. And all of a sudden, a 3-prizer is trying to 2-shot you, whereas you're then 1-shotting into a 3-prizer. It's kind of busted prize trade. Also has a secondary attack in Combustion for 3 fire energy, does 70 damage. So potentially, if you don't really have another option, maybe you want to do 70 damage to soften things up. If you're up against Lost Box, you could be using that to take out things like Comfies. Might make more sense in some situations, so that option is there as well. And the other attack we're going to be using is with Litten. So Litten has Gnaw for 10 damage, 1 fire energy. Not bad if it's starting in the active and you just need something to do. And then the big attack we're looking at it though is Reprisal. So for 2 fire energy, for each damage counter on this Pokemon, it does 20 damage. So on Litten, it's not super relevant. Having to get it to 2 fire energy can be a little bit tricky. We do have Magma Basin, so it's not impossible, but it is difficult. Being able to combo these attacks with Incineroar though, Gritty Claws, go down to 10 HP remaining on Incineroar, who's got 170 HP, and then following it up with Reprisal, so 160 damage on it, you're doubling that, 320 damage. It's a pretty solid number. Since it is a fire Pokemon, we can also be attaching Heat Fire energy, adding another 20 HP, so adding another potential 40 damage it can be doing. And we can also attach Big Charm, giving another 30 HP, and another 60 damage we can be doing off Reprisal. So we can be knocking out Vmaxes pretty efficiently with a single prize Pokemon and not getting knocked out ourselves. To be setting up into these though, we want to make sure we're getting into pretty crucial trainer cards at certain times. So we've got 3 Sobbles and then 3 Drizziles with the Shady Dealings ability. When you evolve up, look through your deck, grab a trainer card, put it in your hand, and then 1 copy of Inteleon with Shady Dealings. Since it's a stage 2 though, we're going to grab 2 trainers instead of 1. We do have 4 copies of Scoop Up Net just to be able to repeat that process as many times as we'd like. It's pretty busted and just a really good way to thin our deck and make sure you're getting certain cards when you need them. Since setting up into these evolutions can take a while, we're not using Rare Candy, we're manually evolving. There will be turns where you just need to buy a bit of time. So we've got 1 copy of Jynx. Jynx has the ability Selfish Lips. This Pokemon's knocked out by damage from an attacking opponent's Pokemon V. They don't take any prizes. It's also really good, so if our opponent's using escape ropes to try and get around things, we just go, oh, you're using escape rope? Cool, I'll put Jynx in the active. Do you have a boss to get it out of the active, or are you taking no prizes? It's nice. It does have an attack in Psychic Assault that does 10 damage and then 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Can come up, we can charge it up manually and then use Raihan to get another energy out. Maybe you need something just to finish off. You've put some hits into something with Incineroar or Torracats and you just need that little bit of extra push. We can be using Jynx in those situations. For our Radiant Pokemon, we have 2 options for this deck. So one being Radiant Tsareena, has Elegant Heal. Once during your turn, you can heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon, which is pretty nice since Torracat, you want your guys to be at full HP to not be getting knocked out. So if you've used Magma Basin to attach an energy on the bench, they take 20 damage. All of a sudden, Gritty Claws isn't really triggering. But if we use Elegant Heal, it's fully healed, and we can be using that effect. The other one you could be swapping this out for is Radiant Charizard, just as another solid attacker to have in the deck. So later in the game, when you're struggling to get up into Incineroars or Torracats, if you just need a solid basic attacker to be able to get out, having Radiant Charizard can be a really good option. We don't run any choice belts though, so it'd just be doing 250 damage, but if Torracat's put 40 damage into something with Gritty Claws, and then we just come up later with Charizard and go, okay, finish that one off. Like maybe we've hit them and our opponent's trying to run away, just boss it up, swing, knockout. It's pretty effective. We do run one copy of Rare Candy just to be able to get into Inteleon quickly. You're never using it for an Incineroar, but you could cut that Rare Candy and instead substitute in Moltres from Brilliant Stars. Has an attack that, if there's any damage counters on the Moltres, does 90 damage, and it can really help out in the Lost Box matchup. Running into single prize decks, it can be a little bit tricky, so just having Moltres to be able to go 90, take out Sableye, take out Comfeys, and then Charizard also just to be another single prize Pokemon that can quickly get set up to swing into them and take knockouts. It is very helpful to have those two, so it is a secondary build you could go for, just cutting the Tsareena and the Rare Candy and instead having a Moltres and a Radiant Charizard. Last Pokemon we're running is one copy of Manaphy. There's a lot of decks running around that can get Greninja charged up, so bench damage is a bit of a risk, as well as Amazing Raikou is starting to see play after the regionals in Arlington. Having seen it done pretty good in the Lugia deck, bench sniping is something to be concerned about. Having Manaphy to prevent that, it's just really good. Keeps our single prize deck to that, being a single prize deck, instead of giving an option to our opponent to potentially take two in one go. For trainer cards, we're looking at 2 copies of Evolution Incense as well as 2 copies of Quick Ball. Just nice pivots to be able to get into our basics and evolutions as we need them. And then 4 copies of Level Ball. So Torracats and Drizziles both have 90 HP or less, meaning we can look for these 4 guys with the Level Ball and get set up pretty quickly. It's effectively a pivot between Evolution Incense and Quick Ball in this deck. Evolution Incense does search out our Incineroars and Inteleons, so just be mindful if you're looking for those pieces. Hold off using the Evolution Incense to get a Drizzile, go for Level Ball in that option, and then keep the Evolution Incense to get an Inteleon. We've also got 2 copies of Ordinary Rod and 1 copy of Pal Pad just for some recovery options. That 1 Rare Candy if you do decide to go with this build, or it could be a Moltres instead, so it's kind of up to you what you want to go for. Scoop Up Nets we've already mentioned, and then Magma Basins just as some extra energy acceleration and to set up the Moltres if you go for that. 2 copies of Boss for some gust, 2 Cynthias since we are a single prize deck. Things get knocked out, being able to draw into 8 cards, pretty solid. And then 2 copies of Arita. Since we do have the Inteleon engine, being able to grab a water Pokemon and an item, use that water Pokemon to grab another trainer, it's pretty solid, as well as 2 Marnies, 2 Raihans, and 1 copy of Roseanne's backup. So Roseanne lets you get a item card, a stadium, special energy, and a Pokemon pack from the deck. It is pretty good since we do run all of those things. 2 copies of Big Charm, boosting up our health, and 1 copy of Emergency Jelly. So Emergency Jelly can be nice on Torracat. Hitting into guys with Gritty Claws, you survive with 10 HP remaining, you can have Emergency Jelly, and then you just fully heal right back to 100% of your health. It's nice. Then you attach Big Charm, evolve up into Incineroar, swing again with Gritty Claws, just kind of rinse and repeat. It's good just to be able to buy some time. And for basic energies, we've just got 7 Fire Energy to be able to get them off Raihan and Magma Basin. That's the deck list. If you like it, let me know. And if you're going to try out both builds, let me know which one you prefer. Do you like Radiant Charizard and Moltres, or do you like Tsareena and Rare Candy? Both seem like really solid options, but let's jump into some gameplay and see how we go with this tonight. Okay, so up against Mew, we should be in an alright spot. I don't think we're going to get knocked out first turn. Having the Tsareena, does it make a difference? Or do we just quick ball it away? Definitely need to go into a Litten. So yeah, I'm thinking we quick ball away. Like, I'm almost thinking we quick ball this away, anticipating them to knock something out first turn. And then we can get Raihan off. Like, being able to do the manual attach this turn would be good, but being able to trigger Raihan next turn, I think makes more sense. And then, yeah, I think we just Scoop Up Net this. Keep the Sobble alive. If they kill Tsareena, they kill Tsareena. I'm okay with that. We see how this pans out. Most Mews have gone back to the Fusion Strike build. If they get into Elisa, if they get into Meloetta, something's getting killed. Like, having Forest Sealstone to just guarantee Elisa turn 1 off Genesect is pretty busted. Okay, and they've got Oricorio, so Mew effectively has 340, so we need Heat Fire Energy on a Torracat, or not a Torracat, on Incineroar for knockout. Interesting. Okay, nothing's getting knocked out, I guess. Turn 2 win versus Blizzy. You're killing it, man. Yeah, I think we just manually attach here. Bluefish, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? Manually attach here. Do they knock this out? Well, maybe they don't. Maybe they don't get into a Vmax. But then we evolve this. We can use Secret Attack. We can use Gritty Claws. If they pull that up, we can technically Rare Candy him up, but then it has limited attacks, so I don't really want to go that route. I don't even know if I want Rare Candy in this deck, to be honest. It's kind of nice to be able to go into Inteleon, so if we did like Scoop Up Net Inteleon, and then Rare Candy a Sobble back up to do another Inteleon to be able to get like Raihan, Basin, things like that when we need them. Just woke up from a nap. Damn, jealous. I can never take naps. Anytime I try, I just mess it up. And then I end up stressing. It's like, it's supposed to be relaxing. I shouldn't be stressing. Like, if I fall asleep right now, I'll get 12 minutes of sleep. And then it's just like a reverse countdown. Like, oh, well, now if I do it, I get 8 minutes of sleep. Like, that's not what it's about. Do you have a good nap, though, buddy? Oh, they got the black gold Mew. Such a cool card. Okay, so Tsareena is down. This goes active. Secret attacks only doing, what, 20 damage to him? Roseanne gets what back? That and that. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I think we hold off for the time being. Yeah, just Secret Attack Gritty Claws. We take 160, which means we can go back into him for 320, but he's taking 20 less. Nice, 2 hours of solid nap, man. Jealous. Trying Incineroar, yeah. Well, it came up on Monday. You guys are like, right, it's good. I've thrown together a list for it. Oh no, they killed me. Just kidding. I love that. That's so good. Okay, let's go Irida. We get the Drizzile, and we get... I don't know, what else do we want here? Probably Evo Incense. Evo Incense gets us into another Torracat. Because do we have another Torracat Litten? Oh, not Torracat Litten, Torracat Incineroar? We do. And like I'm thinking that just gets us Level Ball. Level Ball gets us into the Torracat. We hold this Evo Incense for Inteleon next turn. And then Inteleon gets us into more stuff and things. Like I'd like to be getting another one of these getting set up, but going to this one, it just also does 40 and waits a turn. Also, I like that we can get Jynx online. That's also not a bad call. We just chuck this down, so if we need a turn, it's just, hey, get around it, or I get a free turn. It's knocked out by a V, they just don't take a prize. Hey Simon, how's it going? Oh, sorry man. Yeah, your and Bluefish names both show up in blue. I thought that was Bluefish that was saying trying the Incineroar. Is there a way for me to change that? Or you guys pick the colors of those. 320 Mew attack? He'll get him. But yeah, he swings into me now. This gets knocked out, but then we just evolve this one up and repeat. They need to be able to do a double gust to get around it. So like escape rope and then boss it back up. If they even have an energy to attack this turn, that is. I thought cape versions you do 420. What do you mean a cape version? Maybe Big Charm? Cape only works on basics. You could do Big Charm. Like attach Big Charm on here, brings it up to 200. Attach Heat Fire, brings it up to 220. They hit you, you go to 210, and then you double it for 420. Yeah, I think you're thinking Big Charm. Because the number's the same. Brings it up to 210 HP, and then you double it with Reprisal, it would be 420. But that would be off Big Charm. Which I kind of like that idea more than Jelly, to be honest. Alright, we do that. We do this. Get the Intel. Intel gets us Raihan, which gets us energy, and ooh, what else do we get off the Raihan? Maybe Level Ball? I like the Big Charm idea though. Yeah, the fire energy's in here already. It's nice. But yeah, definitely Raihan. I'm thinking Raihan Level Ball. Level Ball gets us into another Litten. We try and just get another Litten line just to be safe. We put down the Jynx also just to be safe. Grab that. Seems fine. Scoop Up Net this. Do we go for another Sobble? Maybe we go for another Sobble. Hey, thanks very much for the follow. WZH. How's it going? Yeah, we get another Sobble. We got double Drizzile. We get double Sobble. Do that. Hold him for 20. He swings into us. We swing back for 300. Value. Yeah, this deck does. Yeah, it's good. I'm thinking we cut the Jelly though. The Jelly, like, I get the idea of Jelly, but I don't think we need it as high of a count as we have it at. Because I think there's 3 in the deck, which honestly having 2, maybe 1, and then 2 Big Charm I like. Because Big Charm putting us up to bigger numbers is funny. Because that was the thing, we ran into Duraladon, and we were 10 damage shy of the knockout. But if we attach the Heat Fire energy to it, then we can't attack Duraladon. So it's like, yeah, that puts us up to the number to kill it, but then we can't damage him, so we're not killing him. You can't kill something you can't hurt. Nice deck, funny. It is pretty quirky. It's pretty quirky. I'm definitely enjoying playing it. How's your night going, Wiz? You gonna add yourself as Zigzagoon for that matchup? Not a bad shout, actually, because we do have Scoop Up Nets. And then we just swing and win? Like, do I even bother doing stuff? I think we do, just in case my math's wrong, but we're doing 320. Minus 20 is 300. Yeah, we do this just to be safe. Nothing worse than having bad math skills and losing the game because of it. Not you, you. There we go. But yeah, we won't do the other Drizzile and stuff. We just do that and Pretty sure we've got a game here. Yeah. Alright, I like this. This is good. This is like legit kind of good. Okay, maybe we get some mulligans? What do we have against here? Big Charms, Crystal Caves. Tower of Darkness makes me think Duraladon? Could still be Guja. But I'm thinking Duraladon. Definitely leaning towards Duraladon. Quick ball that away. Get Litten. Starts getting it charged up. We evolve up next turn. We Arita for a Sobble Quick Ball. Get into Tsareena. Dura? Yeah. Ooh, getting Marnied. Not ideal. Getting that though. Kinda cool. Okay. But if we attach that there, we can't attack the Dura. Gotta keep that in mind. Congrats on the Skarmory Bluefish. Nice. Okay, so Dura's got our number. Go Level Ball. Get another Litten. Yeah, I think we get another Litten just so it's not like he's got a target on his back. Now there's two he's got to get through. Attach that there. Attach that there. Thinking attach that here, to be honest. Don't scoop up the Manaphy though. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we could have scooped up the Manaphy and got into this, although it's damage, so same difference. Do this, so if he escape ropes, it's like, there you go. I like this. This is a one-off, it's like kind of funny. Especially with the amount of escape rope and stuff being played. Like up against Mew, and it's like escape rope. Like, here? Do you have a boss too? Yeah, see, look, escape rope. That's the thing we were talking about. No, we just, there you go. Now burn a boss too. Oh, no, research? That's fine, no prize. Wishing we hadn't attached this now, though. Like this on this, we'd be fine. Just need to get into a Tsareena. Do we use the rod? I'm thinking we use the rod. Although rod gets us the... No, it's too early for the rod. We just Cynthia for 6. Being able to Cynthia for more would be very nice, but I think it's greedy at the moment. We could Scoop Up Net this, though, put this in the active, and then just retreat and reset it. That'd be pretty clutch. We'll hold this for next turn. We could theoretically get rid of the boss, because I think we're going to be at a point where we're just swinging for direct knockouts anyways. And like theoretically we could Rod, get the Jynx back, quick ball in case they do try and do escape rope again. But if they do escape rope again, we just give up a Litten. And off Arceus, I'm thinking they probably grabbed Boss off Starbirth. Oh, maybe not. That top deck. Alright. Narita. Drizzile. Level Ball? Like, what do we even want off this? Probably Evo Incense? Evo Incense or Scoop Up? Oh, Basin. Do we have energy in the discard? We don't. Charm, yeah. Final answer. And then I'm thinking we quick ball the boss. Risky, but quick ball boss, get into another Sobble. Then next turn we can level ball for another Drizzile. Whoops. That one. That could have been bad. Yeah, so we use Gritty Claws. We've got 200 HP. They swing into us, we go down to 190, we swing back for 380. So even though they've got Big Charm on, they're getting knocked out. They've used Research, which means they can't boss around us. They could theoretically escape rope, which gets around us being able to use Reprisal. But no, I think we're good. That goes down, comes back up. Top deck Inteleon, pretty clutch. Let's go Evo Incense Scoop Up. And yeah, I think we just evolve that. Scoop up this Inteleon, resets it. Sobble goes down. We Drizzile for like maybe. No, still not basing because nothing's been discarded. Don't really need anything at the moment, I guess. Could go for boss or could go for Raihan, I guess. Yeah, let's go for boss. Let's just gust that up. Nice. So Arceus comes up, knocks this one out. We put this one active. Just to retreat him into this guy. So it gets the special energy off of it, and it's able to attack into the Duraladon as well. But then this one, yeah, we just evolve up into Inteleon, Evo Incense for the Incineroar. And we can get a Raihan, I guess. Charge it up. It's ready to go. This one can be ready to go as well. Hey, Proton, how's it going? Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. I think we're basically in a checkmate position here. As long as we've got a Raihan in the deck, at least. Haven't used any. 3 prizes left. I guess we could use a level ball just to search the deck first, make sure there's something to hit before we commit to play. Yeah, we've got one in the deck. That's fine. Means there's one in the prizes as well. Level ball for that. Level ball for a Drizzile, sure. The other nice thing is we've got Roseanne in hand, so if they like scrap her this away or something, we can always just get it back. Yeah, I think we just do that. We're looking pretty good. No, it's Rod. Let's get one of these, and I don't know, does it make sense to get Jynx? Sure. Energy, one in the discard. I don't, oh no, we have to because we said do both, right? We can't do 0. Discard's not public, or discard is public knowledge. Keep the boss, keep that, keep that. Potentially level ball for a Sobble. Gives us another out. But yeah, they swing with Arceus. We take 180. We swing back doing 360, and we just boss that up for game. Sweet. Yeah, I like Incineroar. Definitely be sleeving this up. Right, I'm not doing math wrong here, hey? 360? Nice. I like that. It's pretty sweet. I'm definitely enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. Like when I first saw the card, I was like, oh, Incineroar is cool if there's a way to make it work. And yeah, there's ways to make it work. Big damage. Big damage off a single prizer, and like pretty consistently. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, you may as well subscribe if you've stuck around to this far. Till next time though, take care of yourself. See ya.